Well, howdy ho and good Wednesday, everyone, with the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. We are at beautiful Gordonwood Stadium. Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director, Sammy Burnett. How are you, Coach?
Carl, I'm doing well. How are you?
Everything is great.
Good.
Hey, we're both wearing our Lions. Look at there.
I wear Lions stuff every day, Carl.
I know you do.
This is my dress attire, too.
I know. Half of my wardrobe, I said, come from you, including
Good.
this shirt right here.
Good.
Which I always appreciate.
Yeah, I'll get you another one.
All right. I would love whatever you got. I don't mind begging. Hey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We enjoyed hanging out at the football camp yesterday on our Taco Tuesday. Thank you for giving us some time and watching the kids. It looks like everybody was having fun.
Yeah, I reflect back to about 5 years ago when we started and talking to Coach Jones, and I remember there was about 30-something kids at our camp total. Yesterday we turned in about 139 kids total. All groups were great. I think there was about 52 in the younger class, 45 in the middle group, the 4 through 6, and I think a real good number right at 40 in the 7th and 8th grade group. So that's impressive for summer camp. I talked to Coach Jackson, who just did a camp in Odessa, and their entire camp had 20-something kids.
You're kidding. Wow.
I think it's a good thing to see our kids out and about and having the desire to want to go to camps and want to learn a little bit about a sport. And I thought it was an awesome day.
And it concludes tomorrow. Then next week we have boys basketball, I think. The softball camp has been canceled, I am told, for next
week. Softball camp
week.
has been postponed right now.
Postponed,
we had
okay.
Some family emergency things going on with our coaches, so we decided to postpone that thing. If we can pick it up later in the summer, we will. If we can't, we'll just have to cancel. So if you signed up for the softball camp, you'll get with Miss Hasso. We'll make sure you get refunded. Right now, if you want us to hold it until the end of the summer in case if we're able to reschedule that, we will. But we had some issues going on in our coaching family that we felt it was just more important to put that on pause right now and let them deal with those issues, and then we'll see if we can't pick it up later in the summer.
All right, and other camps will start after that. Some camps all summer long. Now, you're going to be gone starting next Wednesday for a little bit.
I am. For the first time in my life, I'm going to take a vacation, and my wife and my youngest daughter and myself are going to Costa Rica.
Wow.
My sister-in-law is from Costa Rica. My brother has a home there, so he talked me into a couple of years ago, hey, if you'll just get flights right now when they're cheap, we can go hang out, and you got a place to stay. So I actually bought flights when they were cheap. Was planning on going last summer and didn't get to do that because COVID broke out in Costa Rica. So my wife and Leighton and I are heading to Costa Rica for a couple of weeks, and going to stay at my brother's house. And my brother's brother-in-law, who lives in Costa Rica, has taken off 2 weeks when we were there to tour us around and to show us everything, because a lot of times I haven't gone on many vacations, but people go on trips and you're like, hey, did you do this? And you're like, didn't even know about it. So we're blessed that we got a guy that knows the ins and outs of Costa Rica and Panama and is just going to be our tour guide and take us everywhere we want to go. So I'm looking forward to it a little bit I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not one that takes off work, so I'm sort of nervous about that, but it's all good. And Coach Jones and Coach Denard are going to pick up the coaching show, give you a new mouth or voice to listen to and a different perspective, so that'll be fun for them.
And new faces to look at.
Yeah. And may I say they're ugly faces.
Coach said that, not me.
What, that they got ugly faces? I'll reiterate, they got ugly faces.
All right.
Not really.
Mercy. Okay. Hey, we talked about this briefly the other day, the golf course in Rising Star. Did you play last night? Did you go scramble?
I did not. I stayed in the office late, and my buddy stayed at work late, and I think he wound up going to play at the Hideout later on that evening. But I actually went home and hung out with my sister and my daughter, and we walked down late in the evening, about 8 o'clock, and chipped a little bit around the green. But
so your sister's still here?
Yeah, my nephew, my great nephew Tate is going. He wanted to go to Uncle Sam's football camp, so he's here in town going to the football camp for 3 days, and she's staying to to take care of him while his mother works.
You know, when we were out there at the camp, I did see kids. I saw some kids from Zephyr and Early and all around. They were really from everywhere. Bangs.
Yeah, it was really neat. I mean, to see those kids out there interacting and doing what they were asked to do and having smiles on their face and just having a good time being kids and reflecting back when we were little. You know, I went to the Jim Woods football camp, and that was an all-day affair, man, and you couldn't wait to get to that camp. And we did all kinds of things. I mean, they kept us almost all day, so we actually had a kickball tournament every day. We did all kinds of stuff, but made me reflect back, and then I also remembered back in the day when I had a little energy and I could run around all day. And I saw some of them when I got back to my office after all the camps were over. Some of those little ones that came to camp early were in the gym running around like chickens with their head cut off. I'm like, man, what it'd it be like to have that kind of energy again?
No kidding. Boy, I tell you, we didn't have that when I was growing up. No camps in Hamlin, Texas. We didn't have any of that stuff. But we got out in the summer. We played baseball and did some other stuff.
I bet there was some type of ball being thrown or kicked or passed around.
I remember playing basketball in the middle of July, just in the park and stuff.
I remember playing baseball one time, and my brother, who always set me up for failure, threw a basketball to me, and I swung as hard as I could with my bat, and it hit the basketball and trampoline effect back and hit me in the temple and knocked myself out. I remember that.
Fun times right there.
Fun times, knocked myself out hitting a basketball with a baseball bat. That's stuff we did in the summer.
I am totally shocked. Yeah, it was. We were always doing something.
Or he tried to get me to jump a ditch in my bicycle that was too big, and I hit the other side of the ditch and fell in.
Yep. I remember Joe Smith did that in my alley one night. Great memories right there. All right. I'm surprised we don't have a clip of Derek kicking his field goal yesterday.
Oh, really? They had Carl, I saw your attempt. You actually had a lot of force behind the ball. You just didn't give it the right launch angle. If you'd have given it the right launch angle, it would have been dandy.
It looked like one of my golf shots.
It looked like a shank. It did.
Now, my second one, I
wasn't going to get mean.
Y'all didn't see my second one. It almost went through, but Derek, from 12 yards out, nailed it.
So if you're on the 2-yard line, we got this. That's what he said. He's good from the 2, not from the 3.
That's right. Way to go, Derek. Anyway, all right. Hey, we've got some 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament football this weekend in town, and I'm going to let you talk about it here, Coach.
Well, we're going to have a 16-team tournament. It'll be held at the high school inside the track field with 2 pools, and then there'll also be games going on at Gordonwood Stadium. Of course, the games that we have at Gordonwood Stadium will be our pool will be Brownwood, Burnett, Gymnet, and Wichita Falls. And then Pool B will be China Springs, Springtown, Glen Rose, and San Angelo Lakeview. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, in the other pools, it's going to be at Brownwood High School. That'll be Graham, Stephenville, Midland Christian, and Gatesville. And then Breckenridge, Clyde, Snyder, and Ponder. And it's what's neat about ours. We've had 4 teams qualified, so we're able to put each of those qualifying teams in a different pool, which allows those other teams that have not qualified yet to have a chance to qualify, because if a person is qualified in your pool, if the winner of your pool is already qualified, they don't go to the semifinal game. They would advance to the next place team. So it gives all those teams an opportunity to advance, and then you play one semifinal game in both pools, and the winners of both of those, because it's a 16-team tournament, will both get an advance to the state tournament. But so far, Brownwood, Breckenridge, Graham, and China Spring have qualified, and they're all in different pools.
All right.
Those will start at 9 o'clock, by the way, and just follow all the way through about 12:45, and then the championship games at 1:45, or the semifinals, which is your opportunity to advance, are at 1:45 at both fields.
So Glen Rose is in our side at Gordonwood Stadium. They have not qualified yet.
No, but, let's see. In our pool, Burnett, Gymnet, and Wichita Falls will try to qualify. In the pool that would match up with our pool, Springtown, Glen Rose, and San Angelo Lakeview have not qualified. China Spring has. On the side that's playing at the high school fields, Graham qualified at their place last week. And what's ironic is they played extremely well and qualified. That's the team we beat the worst. I mean, like a drum.
33-6.
Here goes 7-on-7 again. Just never know.
You never know.
But in that pool will be Graham, who's qualified, Stephenville, Midland Christian, and Gatesville. And then the pool that they'll match up with will be Breckenridge, Clyde, Snyder, and Ponder. And Breckenridge is qualified in that. It's crazy to give you an idea. I think Breckenridge was like 2-8 last year, and they went to the finals in the 7-on-7 state championship. And they're at it again this year. They're a good team. They're the team that nobody wants to play. Why? Because what they do I have a guy that coaches their 7-on-7, and he must be the 7-on-7 guru because their formations and their motions and what they do are just extremely unrealistic in football, and you just can't cover it. I mean, they're really difficult to play, and to their credit, they do a great job. If that's the goal for them to win those 7-on-7 games, they do so. But nobody really wants to play them because they're pretty dynamic when it comes to 7-on-7 stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, it's a different game, no doubt about it.
No, there's no doubt about it.
But I'm looking at our side, and we have like 3 teams we're going to be playing in non-district that'll be here.
Funny how that works.
Burnet and Lakeview and Glen Rose. How about that?
Funny how that works. Funny how they're playing in the same place we're playing, so Coach Burnett can get an eye on them.
So 9 o'clock Saturday, Brownwood will open up against Burnet on the scoreboard side of the Gordonwood Stadium. All right, good stuff. We might come out and watch a little bit. We have the FCA All-Star Game Saturday. We got a handful of Brownwood athletes that'll be playing in the basketball game. That'll be fun.
Yep, I think they're starting. They're going to we host that, of course, here the basketball part, and I think they're going to start. What's today?
Today's Wednesday,
the first. Yeah, I think tomorrow. Maybe they started yesterday. I can't remember. Maybe today or tomorrow they'll start. They'll start showing up, and you'll see them using the gyms and the coaches' offices and things like that, and doing their pictures and their media stuff, and it'll be good times. We see those kids running around from all over. Yeah,
and then 4 o'clock will be the girls' game at Warren Gym. 6 o'clock the guys. We want you to come out if you can because a very special, I'm not sure who, very special presentation will be made first quarter of the girls' game. It's the Dallas Houston Christ in the Media Award, which is always pretty special. So you'll need to come out and see who the recipient of that is this year, okay? And then they'll have some other awards and some other great stuff going on. It's a fun time to watch those all-star basketball games.
Yeah. The FCA, I had an opportunity to coach the blue football team last year, and it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of quality, what's the word I'm looking for? Not quality, it's inspirational work. I mean, you get to work with kids. I mean, I reached so many kids and built relationship with kids I never would have met before. It was an awesome experience to get to be with them for the entire day, spending the whole day with them for the week, and then get to go out in a game and play with them. And the bonds that we made with those kids made a greater impact on me, I think, than it did on them. So, man, if you have a chance to go out there and watch those kids, it's kids from all over the big country. You can see them all at one place, and they're playing with passion, and they want to win, but yet they're doing it in a Christ-like fashion. And it's pretty uplifting. So if you have a chance to do so, go out and watch them.
Yeah. Next week we'll have golf, volleyball, football next Saturday, and the baseball and softball next Friday in San Angelo. So it's just a busy weekend. It starts Saturday at Warren Gym.
Yeah, FCA Festival.
That's right. All right.
Hey, by the way,
yes.
This morning you're referring to the wrestlers and who
yes,
was the
I was
best.
going to ask you.
Kerry Von Erich was by far my favorite. I watched them all because back in the day when you only had 2 channels and you lived out the lake, wrestling came on, the Omni in Atlanta. So I got to watch a lot of them. The Junkyard Dog was
one
of my favorites.
Somebody mentioned him this morning.
Yeah, listen, that. But, you said the lawman, Don Slatton from Abilene, Texas. I used to box in the Golden Gloves. And I was boxing in Abilene one night, and he was there. And he signed my arm right there on my arm. It gave me so much inspiration, I went out and lost.
Oh, man. Way to go, Lawman.
That's probably why I remember that.
Probably so.
Yeah, I was ready to win. He signed my arm, and I lost.
Man, I grew up watching him. You remember the Kozak brothers, Nick and Jerry, and the Funks? And
I remember the Funks.
And Killer Carl Cox.
Tim Brooks and
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes was pretty good.
Gorgeous George.
You're going way back.
I'm going way back, man.
It's hard for me I have to sit there and register some of those, but Superfly, Jimmy.
Oh,
Snicket,
yeah.
He would come off that top turnbuckle and lay out there.
Oh, man.
Yes,
and then somebody said the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Man, he was fun to watch.
There was a lot of them, I'm drawing a blank. Macho Man Randy
Savage. Oh, yeah.
The Slim Jims, and there's a bunch of them. Jake the Snake.
That's right. And is it the Owen, not Owen brothers. Owen, the one that got killed falling from a rope, his brother.
Hart?
Hart brothers, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Well.
Yeah, those guys. And anyway, Wahoo McDaniel, somebody
Wahoo
mentioned
McDaniel,
that.
that's crazy.
The old football player turned
Yeah.
wrestler.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good stuff.
But that was good times back when wrestling was wrestling.
He will. They came to Hamlin back when I was in junior high and high school. We
Yeah.
loved it.
You know,
Junkyard Dog
they used
was.
to wrestle at the Coliseum.
Yeah. Yeah, Dallas had a story about the Von Erichs when they came to town a while back on his BrownwoodNews.com stuff. Fun stuff.
That was fun stuff. Everybody loves some wrestling. You want to see you enter yourself, come out, go to a wrestling match, and you'll see Granny sitting there in the front row
yeah.
just to give them heck, man. And vulgarities are coming out, and she's ready to fight herself.
Oh, man, no doubt about it.
Man.
That's fun stuff. And yours is Kerry Von
Kerry
Erich.
Von Erich,
Yeah, absolutely.
He was a jacked up human being. He looked like Conan's what he looked like.
He did, didn't
He was
he?
a bad looking dude.
Oh, man, he was.
Yeah,
My goodness.
I liked all the Von Erichs, but he was my favorite.
Yeah, I think so. And I mentioned Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, Billy Jim.
Them big old overalls.
Yeah.
And the animal. You said the animal this morning.
Yeah.
Used to go around and bite the turnbuckles and tear them.
Yeah, like he was out of control, just out of control. You know, someone called in and said, what was the Great Kabuki? Well, he used to blow that green stuff.
Yes!
It scared me to death. I'm like, where's that guy from?
I forgot about
That was
that.
a little guy back then.
And Derek loved the Flying Freebirds.
Yep.
There you go.
Was it the Flying Freebirds or the Fabulous Freebirds?
Fabulous.
Fabulous Freebirds. The Fabulous Flying Freebirds. That's the circus, Carl.
Okay. All right, Coach. Man, I appreciate you coming in today as always. Now we'll visit Monday before you take off on your trip. So,
Yes.
all right. And who wins NASCAR this week? Do I even have to ask?
That'd be Kyle Busch.
Doesn't matter where they're racing or what's going on. It's Kyle Busch.
Well,
I'm going with Chase Elliott.
there you go. He's a wall wrecker.
He is, isn't he? That guy had a chance to win last week.
Isn't it a road course? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a new one though. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's
Sonoma.
open.
Yeah,
No, it's a new one.
it's in somewhere else. I don't remember, but
Oh.
I did find out it's a road course. So you know who's really good at road courses?
Wow.
Chase Elliott's dynamic.
I'm sticking
at road
with Chase
course.
there.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Kyle will beat him.
well, those road courses are completely different than
Yeah.
your basic left turn
What's
courses.
happening with the Kyle Busch is, from my observation, is they're starting to get those cars dialed in, and when he has time to practice and he can go out there and get some laps, he's very good at setting his car up to make it run how it's supposed to run. They say more so than others. So he's starting to get his car dialed in, so he's been in the top. You know, he's done really well the last several races, so I see him coming on a little stronger.
All right. Hey, let me go back to 7-on-7.
Okay.
Of course, we've already qualified for the state tournament. So what do you want to see this Saturday from your bunch?
It's like I talked to Brad Jatan, coaches our group. I want to see everyone participate. We went to Burnett. We had like 4 kids that traveled that didn't play on offense or defense and didn't know when to get in. They manage that. Our kids manage all that. They got to learn to work together. They got to learn to step up and get in there and give someone a break. But I want to see everyone play. I want to be able to evaluate all those kids, and I want to see execution. You know, like I said last week, we're 0-3. Thought our defense did some really good things. Every game we had an opportunity to win. Offensively, we just didn't put it together. And like I said, it was not one single person's fault. It was us as a unit. The entire unit wasn't focused like it should have been. We never got rolling. You know, you start that engine and you can hear it sputter. Something's wrong with it. We never could get that engine tuned up and running right. And that's what I want to see. I want to see them go out there and execute the plays that they know. And we can run against anything and just go out there, throw and catch the football, relax and have fun and be dynamic like they were the week before. That's what I want to see. So I'm going to, once again, do my best to just be calm and just watch and evaluate and try to reinforce when I can and just go out there and watch them grow a little bit.
All right. Very good. Saturday at 9 o'clock at Gordonwood Stadium. Coach, thank you. Anything else?
Yep, let's thank those that make this show possible, of course. That'd be Auto Glass Magic, Brunner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez podcast, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Tees.
Thank you, Coach. Enjoy the rest of the camp, and we'll see you maybe Saturday on 7-on-7.
You bet. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett with his coaches show every Monday and Wednesday at this time here on KOXE 101.3 and video streamed on the KOXE KBWD Facebook page and at KOXE.com.